everyone. Welcome to yet another weekly analysis. So, excuse me. So, for last week, we were talking about the dollar, and we were kind of, not confused, but contemplating, where the dollar was headed. Especially, on the weekly time frame, we are kind of bearish on the dollar, But, you know, right now we're still looking bearish because I need you to understand this, right? I need you to, be able to go on the charts, on the naked charts, right? I'll do this, right? On the naked charts. Because sometimes, we tend to, get confused, when we are, looking at a chart that has too many lines, right? So the supply and demand or whatever you want to call it, support and resistance lines. But what I need you to do is this, right? Go on the chart that's naked, because your gurus wouldn't tell you this, right? Your influencers or whatnot, affiliate marketers, they wouldn't tell you this, right? The first thing you need to know or do when you go into the charts is not to look for supply and demand lines, inducement lines, liquidity. No, 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 no. You have to first of all know the direction. This is the first thing you have to do. The first thing a trader has to do is what look for where the market is going in the long term, overall structure of the market, overall trend of the market. Now, there's every possibility that the dollar is bullish. That's what I'm saying to you. So market structure is like this. I've been saying it. This is market structure, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? A shift of structure like so, and a retest of this level, the left shoulder, and then a drop. This is the shift of structure, right? And this is also a shift of structure. So higher highs, you have to like train your eyes to see these things, right? Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, a shift, sorry, then and you could do this and then give a double top and then a drop. Now it is not a shift of structure or a descent or confirmed chart pattern if we do not break the neckline. Now we've broken the neckline, then you can expect a retest of the neckline and then a drop. You see what I'm saying to you? So these are major reversal patterns that you should look for in the market. Head and shoulders, and the double top. These are major shift of structure. These are major reversal patterns that happen in the market. Now, when looking for these patterns, right, you want to make sure that you're getting them from the weekly time frame to show that the trend is about to make a shift. Now, on the monthly time frame, the thing is the dollar is bullish. This is what I'm going to tell you. The dollar is bullish, but it is having some sort of a mid-term crisis. You see what I'm saying to you? So now if you look over here, you will notice that this is a double bottom. And this double bottom right on the monthly time frame shifted the entire structure of this market and then it went up. Now you can see this head and shoulders, right? Like so. This is what I'm saying, right? This head and shoulders like so, right? Left shoulder and then broke structure and then head. Sorry, right shoulder there, and then it went up, right? So you can see that these chart patterns are very, very important. Now, this is a naked chart. The first thing you have to do is go on the monthly time frame. For those of us who are swing traders, because everyone on here, I believe, if you're watching this video, you are a swing trader. I do not know what you'll be doing if you're not a swing trader right now watching this video. If you're watching this video, the first thing you have to do, go on the monthly time frame and get the overall direction. Monthly time frame is saying bullish, right? Monthly time frame is saying was bullish. So let's mark that there. Now on the weekly time frame, you have to also go and look for the trend. What's it saying? Now you have to first establish a direction. Then you can go to the weekly time frame and the daily time frame to then establish areas of interest. In some sense to support and resistance lines. But first things first, you must use your naked charts. Use market structure, price action to identify the trend of the market. The monthly time frame is bullish. But on the weekly time frame, I can see a double top right here that shifted the entire structure of the market, meaning we turned bearish. But the monthly time frame is still the overall, how do I say? The monthly time frame is still the overall head, you know, time frame for structure for direction, right? So it could be that we are in a mid-term reversals. You see what I'm saying to you? And if you look over here, you see a double bottom, right? And this double bottom shifted the structure, the double bottom, the double top right here is again shifting the structure. So we are able to prepare for change in patterns, change the structure by the time we see shift of structures and shift of double reversal patterns on the higher time frames, right? Now we've established that on the weekly time frame. Obviously, I drew right here. 1 minute. So we've established that on the monthly time frame we are bullish, right? Overall structure of the market. On the weekly time frame we are bearish. Now, what's the daily time frame saying? These are the things you have to understand. Forget the lines they tell you to look at. Look for the chart. Look for the reversal patterns. Look for the market structure, the direction, overall direction. 1 minute. All right. So on the daily time frame we are what? We are bearish. So I'm saying to you. Now we've established that the monthly time frame is bullish, you know, the monthly time frame is bullish, the weekly time frame is bearish, and the daily time frame is bearish. Now, in this market, there's a way to trade it. This is called a mid-term reversal because it is what we must trade in direction of the monthly time frame. That is when your setups are best because the monthly time frame is the overall structure, gives us the overall direction of the market. It's something to I use only one time frame for direction and I trade in that direction. But the dollar right now is quite bearish, meaning we can have a reversal anytime from the weekly time frame or the daily time frame. We can have a reversal. Now, this is where I will go to my already plotted area of interest on the other DXY. Now, I have to make sure that my areas of interest are being respected. So I'm saying to you, I have to make sure my areas of interest are being respected. Now, this is where we come. I can see that there's an instant break on here on the dollar. Currently broken, 9.98 meaning this could, possibly give us a shift of structure, because why? We are trading in the direction of the monthly time frame. But on the GBP USD, I am looking to be, bullish because it is obviously bullish on the monthly time frame as well. Now, we've established that the dollar is bearish, meaning other pairs like Euro USD and GBP USD are going to be what? Bullish. And this is where we're going to go to GBP USD to see what GBP USD is saying. The first place I go to is the dollar. That's the first place I go to. I do not go anywhere else, but I go to the dollar index to see what the dollar is saying. If the dollar is telling me otherwise, a bullish dollar is giving me a bullish signal. I go and I you know, the other pairs like GBP USD and Euro USD to see if they are trading in that direction that the dollar is going. Now, GBP we are bullish, meaning I will be looking only for buys. That's what I see because we've broken structure right about here. Now, on the weekly time frame, I need to make sure we are also bullish. Oh, look at this. We are also bullish because why? We have what? A sheet of structure and a double bottom around here. So this is what a sheet of structure and double bottom. So we could obviously say we are bullish. Now, on the daily time frame, we need to see what the daily time frame is saying. So we know the monthly time is bullish and the weekly time frame is bullish. Now, on the daily time frame, we are still bearish. These are the most important things you have to understand. You do not have to lie to yourself. You only have to trade what you see. We are still, bearish. We are still bearish on the daily time frame, but I can anticipate that the daily time frame is going to also reverse because the monthly time frame and the weekly time frame have reversed. Now, I got in a trade on Monday and I took 2% out and this was my first take profit. If you remember, if you check the thumbnail, this wasn't there, right? This wasn't there when if you check the thumbnail, I had the trend line like so, and then on Monday morning by 4 a.m. European time, I had a break of counter trend line around here. So you can see I had a break of counter trend line around here, and then I took a buy and I made sure we were still bullish. So I took a buy and then boom, it hit my first take profit. And then I moved my stop loss to break even. I took out the majority of my trade of my trades, and then I moved stop loss to break even, and then it came back down. And then obviously it took us out as break even, but we had already made what 2%, and I was done for the week, right? And then another opportunity came again because I was expecting the market to probably come back down again, and it did. It came back down, and it also broke structure again right around here. You can see, and then normally whenever you see a break of structure, like I said, this lower low, lower high, lower low, a sheet of structure, and then I would wait for it to come back into the left shoulder and then look for what? The buy. Now this is the exact same thing that happened here on GBP USD. This is the exact same thing that happened here on GBP USD, right? If you look, so you can see a lower low was formed here when we broke the structure, and then shoulder. You can see the head right here, right? And you can see this is the higher high because close above the body close here, and this is a what? Higher low because we are coming to retest the left shoulder, and I'm expecting it to go back up again. Now, the dollar is quite tricky right now. We do not know if it's going to do that, but because of the plans we've made and because of the trend and the strategy we follow, we expect the dollar to keep going down and GBP keep on pushing up. Now, peradventure it doesn't happen. It will take me out it will stop me out here and I'll be at 1% and I'm fine because I've been banking trades and banking trades for like the past 3 months, right? So if I take a loss now, it's fine because I've been feeling invincible. That's one thing about trading. I've been feeling invincible and I just execute just because. So it's good to have a humbling. But right now my stop loss is around here. My stop loss is around here, and then I have to set a buy limit because obviously whenever I get a break of short on the entry time frame of the 1 hour or 4 hour, I'll just wait for a bounce of the left shoulder and to go up, and you can see we're having what reversal patterns. We're having what pin bars, rejections. But it's quite tricky right now because the markets keep reversing and rejecting and rejecting. I do not know where it's headed. So I would expect the worst at this moment. I'm talking about myself. I do not know if you executed or not. But if the market refuse to take us out and keep going up to the upside, right? This is my first take profit. Now you may be wondering, how did I get this take profit? How am I able to say, oh, I know that the markets are going to get there and just respect it. I'll show you. There's a quiet trick you need to understand. Now you have to look at the left shoulder. Let me show you what the indicator, right? So this is a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and when you see a break of structure like so, right, and a retest of the left shoulder, and then you want to expect to push, so you know not to just overshoot or overbuy or oversell. You have to measure the left shoulder to the head. That's what I'm saying to you. Then you take this measurement and then put it above here. Put your left shoulder, and then this will be your first take profit because this will be your first take profit. Now this is how to this is the trick. You see what I'm saying? You can backtest it or not, and this is the trick. So the equivalent push we had here will be equal to the equivalent push we have to the upside. Trust me, it works. These are the things mentors teach you, that are secret in the market, but it works. Now that's what I have decided to use, and this was how I was able to also, manage to, get out of the first trade, right? So you can see it works. Let me show you, right? You can see this is the first, impulse, right? And then if I then take this impulse and put it all the way here, right? You will see that at this level, you can see at this level, this was where we were having the rejections, and luckily we were able to get out. But I got out fairly fairly soon. The moment I saw a 2 to 1, I got out of the trade. Now we're not expecting much in the market, right? We're not expecting much. We're expecting a clear push to the upside. If anything happens, then we're gonna be stopped out. Regardless of that, I do not see anything different for now. So that's all for this week. That's all for GPS and dollar. These are my ideas. You do not have to follow them. I beg you, but if they are a reference to where you are also headed, then it will be perfect. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend.